What's up, guys? Ranger here, and I'm back with another reaction, which is to the 18th episode so far of MLP FiM, which is episode 18, Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Indiana Jones reference already in the title. Sorry, thought I saw my cat. Okay, just gear up. So let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Okay, wait, I can close this. Okay, double check that I'm recording. Double check the checklist. Okay, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, click. CMCs. Full screen.
Crusaders, back to the business of earning our cutie marks. Any suggestions? No, we've tried everything. We've run out of ideas. Are you kidding me, Crusaders? We can do better.
Are we going to a song immediately?
We've been searching for our cutie marks for a while now.
Oh yeah.
Trying to find out how we fit in.
Oh, I love
Many
this.
ways we've tried before, but we keep on trying more. 'Cause the cutie mark Crusaders don't give in. We'll make our mark one way.
The DeLorean just.
We'll make our mark on the day that we discover.
This is the episode that I downloaded. So.
Reward of our cutie marks. Now that's more like it. Cutie mark Crusaders.
Well, that was a quick one.
Help! What's wrong, Pipsqueak?
I honestly start saying Little Pip. Sorry.
President. I was hoping you three would be my campaign managers. We've never tried getting our cutie marks in campaign managing. What do you say, Crusaders? Yeah!
Oh wow. That Sweetie Belle's use magic. Yeah, I don't have to cut the intro.
So, Pip, how would
I love the
you
DeLorean
like
here.
school if you were elected student pony president?
Our playground equipment took quite a beating during Twilight's battle with Tyrak. If I'm voted in
No
as
duh.
pony president, I'll go to the school board and right this wrong.
I'm having flashbacks. Does anybody remember that Charlie Brown episode where
I think that's a ridiculous waste
where
of
Linus was trying to run
It's
for
just like when Twist proposed
school
to repair
president or
the
something
window
like that?
the Discord destroyed. She just wanted to repair it like a plain old schoolhouse window. But you all know voting for me was the best choice because I convinced the school board to give that window visual appeal.
Are you kidding me?
That her mother spoiled rich president of the school board. Exactly. Which is why when Diamond Tiara is voted student pony president, the school will be putting a statue of her in the center of our schoolyard.
That's a face never seen before.
That was my big announcement for when I won.
Oh crap!
I was only trying to help. I don't need that kind of help. Haven't we all had enough of Diamond Tiara?
Yes!
Really need a big statue of her? Especially where our playground equipment should be?
A vote for Pip is a vote for the playground.
A vote for Diamond Tiara is a vote for more Diamond Tiara! It's time to make a change. This is our chance. Don't be afraid to do what's right. Vote for Pip. An opportunity.
I'm getting Handsome Jack vibes from Borderlands 2.
It's time for a new leader. It's time to make a change. We're here to fight for what we believe. Vote for Pip. It's finally time we beat her and play a better game. 'Cause when we vote together, there's nothing that we can't achieve.
That face.
I don't believe what I am hearing. I'm
She's
the only
singing?
one who should be cheering. Pipsqueak, try Pipsqueak, don't you think? But a diamond is perfection. It's a natural selection. So your vote better be for me, not the weakest link. We'll let the voting decide.
I gotta say, I have to say, I like this song.
Every pony has their little secrets. I know you do. A vote for me will
Right.
help you keep them safe. Like your creepy super strength. Or your main extension, a little thing I won't mention. attention or those freakish large teeth in your face. Come on now, pony. Don't listen to her. You gotta vote for change. It's time for a new leader. And all the tyranny go down to the leader. It's now another day. And we believe in what's right. Vote for Pip. Vote for Pip. Our victory is in sight. Stop. Every pony who hasn't voted, listen up. Pip makes promises he can't keep, but I can do more.
Like what?
You could really use a new book bag. Cause I'll make things happen that none of you here can afford to do, like ever. Wouldn't you like a
Well.
little something sweet? Here's a parasol to hide you from the heat. Who says that I can't be nice?
Button mash! Oh my gosh.
An itsy bitsy little string, and voting for me is the price.
Dinky.
I've a tiny suggestion that you should be aware. You could probably win this election if you show them all you really. I don't recall asking you to speak. Well, if that's how you treat your best friend, then I choose Pipsqueak. Stand strong.
Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Free ourselves from the past. Let honor win.
This is like.
And make a change that will last. It's time for a new
Dinky.
leader. It's time to make a change. We're here to fight for what we believe. It's finally time we beat her and play a better game. 'Cause when we vote together, there's nothing that we can't achieve.
I can't talk. I can't sing the rest of that Lion King theme. You know the opening.
The student pony president is Pip.
The DeLorean.
Oh my gosh, Crusaders! Pip won! I couldn't have won without the
It's pretty much a shoe-in.
campaign managers.
Because he was only campaigning against Handsome Jack.
Campaign manager Cutie Marks.
Yeah, you're not gonna give him
Not
that.
as good as you thought. Blanks. In fact, I demand a recount.
What?
Trust me, Diamond Tiara. Pip won.
I'll be the judge of that, Miss Cheerily.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? One vote. Silver Spoon. You didn't vote for me? No, I didn't. But you're my best friend.
Was.
Am I? Because I tried to help by mentioning your surprise statue, and suddenly I wasn't even allowed to speak. You could have actually won this election if you just listened to me. You want to know how? Sorry, I'm not allowed to speak.
Okay, she just stepped
I
up.
don't have to follow her drama anymore.
Wow!
I know Diamond Tiara's been
Wow!
but we should
5
probably
seasons!
It's okay. Just
Dang!
because we cared about any pony else's feelings doesn't mean we shouldn't care about hers.
Diamond Tiara! Why are you making that face? That is not the face of a winner.
Oh.
Because I didn't win.
What? You mean I have to all these party supplies to celebrate nothing?
Oh.
Mother.
It's bad enough you lost to that transplant from Trottingham. But imagine if you lost to one of those blank blanks. As a rich pony, you must always think of your social standing. That starts
Oh,
here in Ponyville and
hey.
reaches all over Equestria. Don't ever forget that, Diamond Tiara. Ever!
Oh boy. I see. Okay.
If I'm a diamond, then why do I feel so rough? I'm as strong as a stone, even that's not enough. There's something jagged in me, and I've made such mistakes. I thought that diamonds were hard, though I feel I could break. Would you believe that I've always wished I could be some pony else? Yet I can't see what I need to do to be the pony I wanna be.
Okay, I love this song, man.
I've been told my whole life what to do, what
Oh, I
feel
see.
like I'm lost, I don't know what to do. The ground is sinking away, I'm about to fall through. Would you believe that I've always wished I could be somebody else? Yet I can't see what I need to do to be the pony I wanna be.
I see.
To
Okay.
be the pony I wanna be.
Okay, I love this song, like I said. Okay,
Is it weird that I feel bad for her?
If it is,
Well,
then
I do
I'm
too.
weird too.
she wants to change, but she doesn't know how.
Seems like she could use a friend or two
It's
to
that
help her figure
lifestyle
it
that
out.
she was born into, that she was raised up with. It took 5 seasons and the light's being shined.
Tiara, wait up! What do you three want? To gloat, rub in my defeat?
Actually, we wanted to invite you to our clubhouse to hang out.
Really? Yeah, for real. Well, thanks to you all, I don't have any important class president business to attend to or anything. So I might as well. That sounds like a yes. So,
Right now, it's as close to a
do you
yes
three
as you're
just
going to
sit
get.
around here plotting out different ways to try and get your cutie marks?
Actually, yeah.
You three are really lucky.
We are?
What?
Yeah, you get to explore all these options, learning who you really are before you're stuck with something you don't understand.
Hmm.
But you've done that, right?
Yeah, because I have my cutie mark, and I'm not struggling at all to figure out who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing with this mark that's already on my blank.
Are you sure about that?
That's a weird question. Not really, since we kind of overheard you yesterday. Were you trying to get your cutie mark in spying? Is that on your little chart? No, we were just worried about you when you lost the election, and then you lost your friend, and then your mom yelled at you.
We know you want to change, and we think we can...
Cutie Mark Crusaders! I was at the school board meeting and they didn't approve my request for the new playground equipment. Why not? There's no money in the budget. So I checked my piggy bank to see if I had enough bits. But my little Peggy wasn't nearly full enough.
Don't worry, Pip.
We'll meet you back at school.
And help you find a solution.
Thanks, Cutie Mark Crusaders. Oh, I already have a solution. Our new student pony president is going to be kicked out of office and I'll be reinstated. Where is she going? Where do you think? Come on.
Oh boy.
after her. Wait, I'm coming too. Cutie Mark Crusaders, get out of my way.
Another song. I love the beat
Those ponies need to know the truth and they'll hear it from me.
and the lyrics. Hey, Dr. Who's.
Diamond Tiara, this is not the way.
I love this.
You know you're better than this hostility. You don't even know me at all. Don't understand the meaning of my fall. What my family would think if I ever fell at anything. I'm a diamond, that means you never break. No matter what be the cost of the path I take. Whatever I have to do to win in the end. Stop! This is not the answer.
I love this song.
It's plainly seen. Listen! You can redeem yourself, but by helping others, not by being mean. We know you want friends who admire you. You wanna be the star with all the power too. But there's a better way. There's a better way. There's so much more still left to learn about yourself. See the light that shines in you. We know you
Diamond Tiara! I just happened to be here for the school board meeting, and this is what I see when we adjourn. My daughter associating with confused, insignificant lowlifes. Socializing with their kind is not how you move up in Equestria. Come, Diamond Tiara.
No, Mother!
Excuse me?
You've spent your life acting like a high horse and raised me to follow in your hoof prints. At first, I thought this was fine, but then I finally realized I wanted something you don't have. Friends!
That's enough, Diamond Tiara. Step away from those blanks.
These are the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and they are my friends. You need to stop calling them such mean and hurtful names. They are working harder to get their cutie marks than any pony I've ever seen. And they will get them exactly when they discover their true talent, which I guarantee will be amazing. Now, will you please deliver this to Father?
Yes, of course, dear.
I have to thank you, Crusaders. Obviously, I've known since I got my cutie mark that my talent is getting other ponies to do what I want. I just asked my father if he could donate the money for the new playground equipment. I know you were worried for a second there, weren't you? Well, I think it's all gonna work out just fine, Mr. President. We'll build a playground for all of us to enjoy. So full of games, there's enough for each girl and boy. I wanna help and do everything that I can. I'm here to show you a change. Listen up, here's the plan. Bring it in. That's right. Keep it coming. Hey there, you with the amazing strength. Can you help them move that merry-go-round across the lawn? Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh!
You with the super teeth. We need you to help with that teeter-totter. You got it. That's the spirit. There's so much I can do to help every pony else.
Twilight!
Live a life that shines in me. I know I can be my better self. I can free the past, 'cause now the future's bright for me. My cutie mark has set me free to do what's right and be the pony I wanna be.
Oh man, I love this episode.
And be the pony I wanna be.
Wow.
I've been thinking, Crusaders, we spend an awful lot of time fussing and fretting trying to discover our true talent, but when we take a little time off, we end up helping other ponies figure out their true talent.
Yeah, and I think that's way more important than worrying about our cutie marks. Don't you? Absolutely. I don't care if I ever get my cutie mark, as long as I get to hang out with my best friends.
So what do you say, Crusaders? Want to just focus on helping others find their cutie marks?
Yeah!
Huh? Wait a minute, no way! You're kidding! No way!
What's going on? It's your cutie marks. They're amazing.
Oh my gosh! No way! Oh my gosh!
We were searching for a cutie mark
Oh my gosh.
for a while there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So many ways we tried before, but we kept on trying more. 'Cause the cutie mark
5 years.
don't give in.
5 years.
Now we know what it took all along. And our journey here is never really done. For
5
it is
years.
more than just a mark. It's a place
And their cutie
for
marks are
us to
awesome.
start. An adventure that has
Oh my
only
gosh.
just begun. We'll make our mark. Show the world what we can do.
Derpy!
Helping Phillies to break through to the ultimate reward of a cutie mark.
Oh my gosh.
All right, every pony, get ready for the biggest Cutie Mark celebration!
Pinky!
Sugar Cube, if Mom and Dad were here,
Oh.
I'd be so proud of you.
Oh.
Thanks, Applejack.
Now go on and party with your pals.
Big Mac.
I'm so proud of you, little buddy.
Oh.
You taught me a thing or two.
Oh.
You've inspired
Oh,
every
man.
pony around you.
Oh, man.
And you've inspired me too.
Oh, man.
You made your mark. Done Equestria so proud. You made
Oh, my
your
gosh.
mark. And we're here to sing it loud for the ultimate reward of your cutie
Oh, my gosh.
mark.
Well, what do you think, Crusaders? Were these cutie marks totally worth waiting for, or what? Yeah, I can't wait to see who we're gonna help next.
We started out just great.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
What we find in our
Oh, my gosh.
discover our destiny. And here we are, best friends, about to start it again. An adventure
God.
that never will end. We'll make our mark. How the Achilles most in need will make our mark. So each one of them succeeds. 'Cause the ultimate reward is a
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. 5 years. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Okay. I completely... there were like a lot of people that were telling me, watch the 18th episode, watch the new episode now, and I was told to don't pay attention to any of the any form of media, just watch the episode, and I now know why. Oh my gosh. Okay, there are so many different things to say about this episode, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget some things. So the first thing that I want to say, the story. I love the story with bringing to light the concept of Diamond Tiara, and like with her lifestyle, and how her personality was, and I'm really glad that Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon got a redeeming episode. I mean, for 5 years, for 5 seasons, oh my gosh, they have been portrayed as the school bullies. And nobody really liked them in the fandom. I mean, some people probably did, the character designs and everything, but I mean, okay, I know there were some people, that did like them, that probably imagine there being, that probably, I know for a fact that there are some fan fictions out there of the characters getting redeeming episodes. And I'm pretty sure that there are some people that probably wrote episodes where Diamond Tiara probably had a similar outcome, with like a backstory for her. But to actually see them getting a redeeming episode, and to actually finally be able to know that Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon both aren't really like that, and I mean, it's honestly relatable, because I know we can also relate to that. There are people that we've known, that there are people that I know that really are just plain, they're not friendly people, they're not people that you want to be around. But there are people, and there are some people that you can't help, you can't change. But there are some people that, maybe once you try to be friendly to them, and you show them that there is another way, that they will open up. And I know that has happened before. And to actually see that, I am so glad that Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon actually got a redeeming episode. And now we know that they're no longer those antagonists that we once perceived them to be. And I'm so glad that they did get a redeeming episode. And so now, they're no longer school bullies. I don't know what's in store for the future with them, but I'm really looking forward to it. And then there was a lot of musical numbers in this episode. What, 5, 6 musical numbers? And every single one of them were awesome. I mean, I loved every single one of them. Every single one of the music numbers were awesome. And I really loved them, every single one of them. And I love the story as well. You know, it was a simple episode, you know, with the characters wanting to do the school, with them voting for school president there, and it was very simple in that, but it did work. And for me, I really loved the episode. And the overall thing, the biggest highlight of this episode, the biggest shocker of this episode, the Cutie Mark Crusaders finally getting their cutie marks. 5 years, 5 seasons. Oh my gosh. How many times, how many fan fictions have been written? How many theories have been done about what cutie marks that the characters would get? A lot of people speculated. I mean, and there were hints. There were hints before that was tossed to us by the writers, you know, by the animators, that maybe Sweetie Belle would get her cutie mark in singing. Apple Bloom would get her cutie mark in maybe construction, and Scootaloo would get her cutie mark in stunts, maybe. And that's what people believed for a while, and there were other people that believed that, you know, I know that the Crusaders would get their cutie marks in other things. And this, I mean, their cutie marks definitely are not what we imagined, but honestly, it fits. And honestly, I'm glad, to be honest, that their cutie marks are not what people actually expected. It was definitely a surprise, and I'm really glad that it didn't, that their cutie marks were not the norm that we actually originally believed that they would be. I'm really glad that they are different. And there's a lot of things right now to bring up, like what is in store for the future. What is in store for the Cutie Mark Crusaders? And a lot of people I know wondered this. Now, first of all, before I go on about this, like I said, I really love this episode. The first story, you know, like the whole story itself, I really loved, and the music was awesome, and so the story was relatable, especially when like whenever it focused on Diamond Tiara, her family interaction and everything, and how she was brought up within the lifestyle. That was relatable, I know, for some people, and you know, I mean, not not just people that have been in that position, but people that have known people or seen people that have been in that position before. You know, like, it's a lifestyle that they were born into, that they grew up with, and they didn't really know any other way. And it took someone else to show them that there was another way. And so I'm really happy that they did that, because, I mean, with Diamond Tiara, it really fit. And like I said, the story, I really loved it. The music was great. And the Cutie Mark Crusaders finally got their cutie marks. And honestly, it really fits. I mean, I honestly couldn't think of anything better for them, honestly. So to everybody that worked on this episode, again, thank you so much. Thank you to Hasbro. Thank you to everybody else again so much. This was a fantastic episode. I absolutely loved it. And, I mean, it was just really wonderful. I loved it. And now, thoughts about what the future holds. And I know a lot of people before have wondered, you know, I remember this was like back like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think it was, pardon me, I think it might have been during season 3. I remember reading a comment somewhere. Somebody said that if the CMCs did not get their cutie marks before the series ended, that they would be upset. And a lot of people have, done, I mean, a lot of people have theorized, what does the future hold? What would happen in the future if the CMCs, if the CMCs did get their cutie marks, would they all get them separately? Would they get their cutie marks at different times? And that's something else. Considering it is the CMCs, I mean, I'm really happy that they did get their cutie marks all together at the same time. I mean, it just really, honestly, having each of them get their cutie marks separately wouldn't really have worked. I mean, it could have, like one of them actually got their cutie mark, but, and then like the other two didn't at first. And so, the one that did help the other two to get theirs. That's the only other way that I know of that it could have actually worked. But even still, it wouldn't have actually had. I don't think it certainly wouldn't have had the exact same actual impact. But as the characters getting their cutie marks all at the same time, so I'm really happy that all three of the CMCs did get their cutie marks at the same time. It just really fits. And a lot of people have wondered what would happen in the future if the CMCs did get their cutie marks. What lies ahead on the future for them? Will the characters actually? I mean, a lot of people have wondered, if they get their cutie marks, does that mean that they're no longer CMCs anymore? Like, what will they do? I mean, they've been trying to figure out ways to get their cutie marks before, and so, now that they've got their cutie marks, once they got their cutie marks, what would they do? But they realized in this episode that, they spent so much time trying to figure out how to get theirs. It felt so much better to try to help someone else figure out what their meaning was, what they could be doing with their life. And it was, helping others that they realized, what their cutie mark meant, or that's whenever they got theirs. And I'm really glad that it was definitely a shock that they finally got their cutie marks, and just that they finally got. I mean, and I can't believe those words are actually coming out of my mouth. They finally got their cutie marks. I really cannot believe that those words are actually coming out of my mouth. And it's so crazy. I mean, just recently, I went to Derpy Brew, and there was a notification. Derpy Brew News showed the 1,000,000th image that had been posted on the site, and 1,000,000 images on Derpy Brew. I believe it was 1,000,000. And then over in I got a notification on Google Plus. Somebody had uploaded a couple of pictures that were showing fan art. It said congratulations, 5 years, and it was fan art of the characters and everything, holding up like banners and things that said 5 years. And it's so crazy. I mean, it's so crazy that the show celebrated 5 years now. I mean, this October made 5 years that the series has been on the air, and we went through 5 seasons, and it's so crazy just how much it's come full circle now. And it does make you wonder, like, now that the CMCs, I mean, I really believe that the CMCs are still going to be CMCs. I mean, that's not something that I think that they're going to say, hey, we got our cutie marks, we're no longer CMCs. No, the CMCs, I honestly believe, will continue to actually be. I mean, that title will continue to exist. And I think that as the Cutie Mark Crusaders now, their goal will not be trying to figure out, obviously, what their cutie marks are, but it'll be to help others figure out figure out their path, their destiny, and help them. And so I really think that the CMCs, I mean, and will the CMCs be doing any more endeavors to try to figure out, what they can get their marks in? No, I mean, as animation-wise, I don't think we'll see that anymore. But canon-wise, in my mind, they won't be doing any more endeavors to try to figure out how to get their marks, but they'll still be going on. Pardon me. They'll still be going on adventures, doing crazy things together, just simply just to have fun. And honestly, it's a theory, and time will only tell if this is proven true, and I'm really doubtful that it is. But I look at the CMCs, and that one scene right there will show the CMCs whenever they were walking towards the camera, and they made the mention about the future, and I couldn't help but think MLP Generation 5. Generation 5. Can you imagine Generation 5 focusing on Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo? Can you imagine like the older versions of them being the same age as the rest of the main 6, and the adventures that they go on, them carrying on that legacy? Of course, we'd still see the rest of, of the main 6 possibly, but can you imagine that? And I love this episode, but again, there's still, and I can't help that, and I know a lot of people can't help that either, that there's a bit of a nagging kind of sadness that you can't help but feel that, like, it's all coming to an end. And I know people would say, nothing lasts forever, but I know a lot of people. It honestly would not have been right to have the whole the whole series end without the CMCs getting their marks. But I am really, really glad that they did. But again, like I said, it kind of makes one wonder. You can't help but wonder, like what lies ahead on the horizon. What is the future? And I said this once before in my other video. I think it was the truth about the Brony fandom. That I was in it for the long haul, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm sticking around because I want to see what is on the horizon. And I know there are bronies that have already left the fandom that were once here that are gone now, and they weren't here to see this moment. They weren't here to see the CMCs finally get their marks. And I'm not blaming them. It was their choice, and I respect that. But there are those of us, that have stuck around this long, and we got to see this memorable moment. We got to be here to see the show celebrate 5 years. We got to see 5 years of love and passion and dedication put into the show. We got to see 5 years of the Brony fandom. And regardless of what's happened in the past, it's all been worth it, with every single episode to get to see what's been going on. And I don't know what lies ahead on the horizon with the fandom or the show, but I do want to stick around to see it. And I hope that many of you will also be there, that we'll all be there to see it. So, what lies ahead in the... My cat's at my foot. Baby, what are you doing? Theo. What lies ahead on the horizon, I don't know. I'm really going to be interested to see what happens in the future with the CMCs right now, to see what does transpire. And I'm really glad that we got to see the interaction, that little bit of interaction with each of the characters, with Scootaloo and Rainbow, Apple with Applejack, Big Mac, and Apple Bloom, and with Sweetie Belle and Rarity. I'm really glad that we got to see those interactions, with them, and being able to see that. I'm really happy for that, and it's so crazy. This has definitely been a mind-blowing episode, I have to say. But like I said, what lies on the horizon, I'm not sure. But this definitely a surprising episode, a very beautiful episode. And what do you guys think think lies ahead. I mean, I know the fan fictions have already started with the CMCs having the marks and everything. I know there's a lot of great. I know there's several really awesome fan fictions out there now. And I know the fan art is just going to start pouring in now, so I really can't wait to see that too. But what do you guys think? I really want to hear your thoughts on. I really want to hear everybody's thoughts on what they think of what lies ahead for the CMCs. Do you think that we're actually now looking at the 5th generation of MLP? Or do you think that we're just looking at sort of the remnants in a way of MLP Generation 4, G4? I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't know what's on the horizon, but it's definitely been a crazy. It's been a crazy and completely awesome 5 years. And here's to another 5. So if you have something to drink with you, if not, that's okay. But if you want to pause it, get something to drink. I want to make a toast, both to everybody that has worked on MLP over the past, everybody that has worked on the show over the past 5 years, and to the fandom, everybody in the fandom in general. Let's make a toast to this, to 5 awesome years, and to 5 more awesome years. So thank you guys again for joining me. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoy the reaction, and I will see you guys again next time with the next video that I do. Take care.